guys, what's up? Wearing my Amplified shirt today. I don't know if you guys watched today's episode of Amplified. If you haven't, you should. Today, Paul and I are finishing up the Silverado. We could just like buttoning up a few last doodads here. We got the Warren locking hub kit that's for the 05 Super Duty axle. We're gonna get that installed. We have to do the alignment. We got to bleed the brakes. We got to mount the charcoal canister after we mount up the traction bars, and then we got to, what's the other thing? Mount the, the amp research steps. We've got to mount those up, and then there's a few battery connections that one of the previous dudes working for me put on there, and they did a really terrible job at it, so I'm not really happy with those. So I'm going to go back and kind of fix a couple of those battery connections with Paul and put shrink tube over them properly and stuff, and get that all completely done. And then we'll probably dust off the truck with the air blower and stuff before we, wash it and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna get to the end of this, guys, and get this truck buttoned up here. So let's get started. The front differential is filled up, so now that that's done, Paul and I are moving on to reconnecting the amp research steps, getting them reattached here. We have to take these off because the lift arms would hit them, so they got to be removed to put it on the lift. So we're going to go ahead and get these reinstalled here. Amp research steps reinstalled, looking good. Now our next thing here to move on to is we got to attach the locking hubs. We got the Warren locking hub kit, but the inner snap rings that came, with the axle from the junkyard were just nasty. I didn't want to reuse those. They're the inner ones that would go on the outer axle shaft, and then you would be able to remove your unit bearing, and then you would reinstall the new unit bearing and put that C-clip back on before you would install the locking hub. So we need those. We called around, they don't have none at O'Reilly's or anything, so we called the dealer, the Ford dealer in town, and they said they could get some tomorrow morning, so we'll pick those up in the morning. We'll get the front locking hubs installed. We'll move on to doing the alignment and bleeding the brakes. So, and then we'll be pretty much finished up here, guys, but we're kind of towards the end here, but as you're doing this and assembling these things, sometimes little parts like C-clips and stuff aren't there, so it'll hold you up a day. So that's kind of why towards the end here it's been taking us a little time, but we want everything to be perfect. So it's good to take your time with final assembly. You don't want to rush something like this. So we'll catch you guys in the morning. with those C-clips, and we'll get those locking hubs installed. See you guys then. Hey guys, today we're finishing up the Silverado, but it's kind of the end, near the later part of the afternoon now. Paul and I have been goose chasing all day, because a regular pair of snap ring pliers like these, you know, like you'd think, any snap ring, right? Those are too small for what we're trying to do. So we got those, went to like 3 or 4 part stores in town to see what they had before we made the trip to Olympia. We finally drove up to Tacoma Screw and we got the correct ones. Check it out. This pair that Paul has here, super duty, or super heavy duty, for this big old snap ring here. I mean, look at that. Look how thick it is. But, so now it's getting this in there, put in that deep well because it's like 1 7/8 inches deep. So, now that we got the right tool, guys, let's button up the Silverado. We'll get this done, put the locking hubs on, and then we'll get these brakes bled, and then tomorrow morning we'll get together and we'll go up to a test drive, make sure she's all set, and then I'll call Rick and Eric and say she's all done. So, let's get this buttoned up. Let's do it, guys.
Past my reflection, thinking about what you mentioned. It was supposed to be the one to take every last pain away. Nothing on our loving, maybe time told us that we were different. Did it break you down? Staring at the ceiling, fighting off a feeling. Cause I just don't wanna come down, don't wanna go back to how I used to be.
What's up? The truck's done. We're finished. You guys ready to go test drive it? Let's do it. Alright guys, she's all buttoned up. Last thing we're waiting on is getting those C-clips on. Got them in. Got the Warren locking hubs installed with their metal components. You know, brakes are bled. Vent tube is ran with a diff. PSC hydraulic power steering system is full. ATS diff cover, Weaver Fabrication high steer arm and modified 05 to 08 Ford Super Duty knuckle. These are 40 15.5 Nito trail grapplers wrapped around Fuel Mavericks, I believe are what these are called. That's a 14 wide 20-inch wheel with a negative 76 back spacing on it. Those are Radflow 12-inch coilovers with a dual rate spring, 200-pound upper spring, 500-pound lower mainspring. Cougar House FAB traction bars. Those will go for $600 for a set if you want a set for your Ford, Chevy, or Dodge. They bolt onto the frame. Come down here and weld on your axle side using 2 5/8 heim joints. That's 1.5 inch, 120 wall DOM tubing. The front Cougar House FAB lift kit that's on this goes for $5,000 for this style with the extravagant frame side mount here. That's the OM sign that is a thing amongst yogis, and that's what Eric and Rick do, is yoga. So they're all about the OM sign. Looks super cool. We got the Atlas transfer case in here. I saw a few videos ago and it was tough to see up there. It's in there with the Cougar House FAB Atlas transfer case cross member there. And research steps. Yukon 513 gears with a Yukon zip locker up front and a Yukon Grizzly locker in the rear. And then everything was powder coated by Forever Powder Coating. What am I doing? Messing with the zoom. But yeah, Forever Powder Coating handled everything. They did a beautiful job. They actually did a triple layer coat on these. They did them chrome, then the color, and then the metal flake on top with the clear in it, or the flake and the clear. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're ready to get her outside here, give her a bath, get the months of dust off it from work, and then we're gonna go take her for a test drive, guys. So let's do it. Let's get the truck cleaned up. Cue the music. Looking pretty good. Steer a little bit towards you. Or no, the other way. There you go.
GoPro's not on.
Back up.
GoPro's not on.
I'll turn it on when we back out the driveway. Just watch your door.
Yep, I'm watching the wall.
Good on this side.
Good on this side.
That's like it. You all done? Just give her a wash now.
Like stars that shine in darkness glows so bright. You once told me I'd have to dim my light. My mystic being held by gravity, I almost let you hold me back from everything. Oh, me and my shadow learn to let go. Oh, burning my fears now, stealing the power. Keep falling, falling, I won't keep falling, falling. Thought I was gone, hanging on the edge, but now I come back like a goddess, like a You shot my conscience, flew up to the sky. Are you still giving? But now I'd ask you why. Say I'm different, let your words run out. But I'm not desperate for your approval now. Oh, me and my shadow learn to let go. Oh, burning my fears now, stealing the power.
All right, guys, successful test drive. She drove really good. The brakes need to be bled a little more, and I need to adjust the steering wheel so it's centered. Just adjust the steering rod, and we're good. I'm gonna tell Rick and Eric it's finished and come pick it up for Christmas.
This thing is a beast.
It drives so good. It feels solid. You can turn the steering wheel.
The steering's nice and tight. Oh yeah.
Nice and tight.
Going
bumpy on my barrel.
throw some holes for them real quick, you know.
Big old potholes on my road. They're like, 7 inches deep. They're ridiculous. But yeah, awesome, guys. We did it. Successful build. The next truck will be pretty fun to work on. We'll be smoother at it because we'll be working with the same people on the build, so that'll be nice. Yeah, guys, so there you go, guys. Project High Elevation completed with a Cougar House Fab 6-inch 4-link kit on the front, or extravagant kit we call it, with the cross members and the lower truss. Hey, Moose. With the lower truss and the upper bridge that is also integrated into the coilover towers. And then we have our Cougar House Fab traction bars on the rear, looking really good. So yeah, guys, she's complete. It's been a long process. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for, just going along with the whole process with me. It's been a long time, but it takes a long time to do builds like this. We've been working on it solid for about a good 8 months. But to do a nice build like this, you're completely redesigning all the suspension on the truck. You're going through and you're cutting all the stock stuff off, and I designed this whole kit and put it on. So now we're able to put this kit on Chevys, Fords, Dodges, and then we went ahead and powder coated everything. So, which also makes it really nice because you only spray it off the foam cannon and then rinse it off with the hose. It's real maintenance free. It's really easy to clean. But yeah, guys, like I said, thanks for being here with me throughout this whole process. The next trucks we got coming in, we got a second-gen Dodge show truck coming in, and then we also got an FJ Cruiser coming in for a Cougar House Fab Trail front 3-link kit and rear 4-link kit. So that'll be pretty exciting to get on that project. But guys, thank you for being here, like I said a few times. Please like and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next few videos. Maybe we'll work on the Z a little bit. Maybe we'll get this Dodge in here, or maybe the FJ Cruiser. We'll see which one hits the bay first. And then also, we're going to be able to work on Project Sacrilege. We'll be able to get it into the garage, out of the weather, so my friend Dari can come over and get the transmission wired. So that's also really exciting too. So stay tuned, guys, for future videos and future content. I'll catch you guys in the next episode here in a few days. And we'll see where Cougar House Garage is. So please like and subscribe. If you guys like Cougar House Garage, you like what we do, check us out at Cougar House Fab, or at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Cougar House Garage Facebook /Cougar House Garage. And we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram, guys. Follow along with the daily story and all the crazy projects there. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.